we can't do backgrounds on this one out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay because mine's at school now.
I mean, mine's just what you do for YouTube.
You do shit. Yeah.
This is recording, by the way.
Oh God.
Hello, everyone. Mine's Vickers, and welcome back to another episode of the Gaming Corner. I'm joined once again this week by Jack. How you doing?
Alright, thanks.
And I don't know if you noticed anything slightly different. We're on camera. For the first time in this illustrious series, we're on camera. I will say it now, I'll notify everyone now that we may laugh more, because we can see each other and we know when we're about to laugh. Because when the sound, it's just sound, you might not be able to tell I'm giggling away in the background. But here we are. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about GTA 5 as a whole. The game that's been around for 10 years. Yeah. And we're going to just talk about it. We're going to talk about the characters, the story, the online modes, the games and stuff you can get on it, the best thing about the game, and future GTA 6 things. And we may also touch on the new online update. You said DLC, it's not DLC, it's update.
It's the update coming Tuesday.
Before we get cracking in the knacking, I'd like to just announce that I will be doing a new series as well. On Tuesdays, I'll be uploading a new which means it'll be on Wednesdays. On Tuesdays, I'll be doing a new mini episode of this podcast exclusively on Spotify. Just every Tuesday it'll be 20 to 30 minutes, just me rambling about a specific topic. It may be gaming, it may not be.
Work.
Could be work. So every Tuesday, that's what was happening. Exclusively on Spotify. So it won't be on YouTube, won't be anywhere else, just that platform. If you want to follow me on there, please do the gaming corner. I want to make it as big as possible. And to do that, I need your help. So join us. So yes, Jack, how are you doing today anyway? How you been?
Yeah, not too bad, It's Friday.
It is Friday. One. Saturday when this goes out.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the week?
Yeah, it's been okay.
Been okay. Been one of them.
I'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Been a bit busy, been a bit co-workers annoying.
Oh, it's always well for you, isn't it?
What a week. So yes, GTA 5, a game that's been around for what feels like decades. It's in our hearts. It's still thriving in a way. So let's talk about GTA. So we're going to talk about 5 characters. So we're going to be talking about Michael. We can talk about Trevor. We're going to be talking about Franklin, Lamar, and Lester.
I'm surprised you know them all, Bill.
Shut. I know Lamar and Lester from online, mate. So I think the first one is to go with the man that I think is the biggest fan of all of them. That is Michael DeSanta, played by Ned Luke. That's the only one I know. Sorry, I'm not going to know any of the other actors' names. I've just said him because he's the one I know. I know Stephen Ogg.
And Sean Fontero plays Franklin. Sean Fontero, isn't it? Sean Fontero. I don't know about Lester yet.
Yeah, I don't know about Lester. I don't even see. I've not even seen it.
He's not written, but he's not worried.
No. So yeah, let's talk about Michael first. So I mean, Jack is the resident GTA player. He's the resident man for this, Resident Evil. So let's go to Jack, our correspondent. I don't know why I was thinking like that. Let's talk about Michael. Let's talk about the character in itself. What's he like?
What's he like?
The basic description of the character.
Well, I think it starts off with someone who's depressed in his life. He's got all the money, where he lives lifestyle, but his family hate him, and he's miserable.
That's a good way to put it.
That's how the story starts.
Yeah, you do see him. You see him in his therapy sessions. Talking about how lazy his son is. And he's talking about his wife cheating with his yoga instructor. Talking about like his past crime ways.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, Michael is I think is the most complex character out of all of them, in the sense that he's just sort of done everything. He's done it all. He's done with it all, until he gets dragged back in.
He lives with regret. Think about it. So he feels guilty about all things he's done, but still does it. So really, he's got a relationship with crime where, and he regrets doing it, but he doesn't because he knows the end game of doing it gets him loads of money.
Exactly. That's the benefit that he feels. What about his story progression? Do you think he had a good story arc?
I think he. Well, yeah. When you start playing the campaign, it starts off. You introduce his background, so how it all started. He was in Los Santos to begin with. So when he went to Ludendorff in Northampton. And obviously, when he meets Franklin, it's like his old protege, the son he never got, kind of thing. So teaching him the ways of crime, how to be a good criminal, and also get introduced to Michael's best friend. So, but I think he starts off quite depressed, but ends him being happy, with the family back together, and depending on what option you choose in story mode, always his two best mates together. So, it all starts off pretty depressing and sad, and ends happy.
Yeah, let's move to a different character who's I think is extremely intense, in Trevor. Trevor, I mean, you start off, you see him in the most vindictive of ways. You see him smash a man's skull in.
Johnny Cabot.
Was he in GTA 4, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, but he was in bits of it, but he had a DLC, the Boston Dam, that was good.
Because there's like a little bit of clash, a little bit of feedback.
Resentment towards it.
Of like the way he was killed off.
Yes, a lot of the fans thought he was such a cool character in GTA 4 was to be killed off by like a ball smash and rest on the head, pretty of a sad ending.
Yeah.
But later in that mission, Trevor does kill the other people that were in GTA 4 at DLC.
Wow.
There's a couple of characters that were fronted for each other, both got killed on the bikes. But yeah.
Yeah. So, so Franklin. Trevor. So he starts off in a quite aggressive demeanour. He believes, as he should, that Michael is dead, is perished, adapt or perish. He certainly perished. He's back from the dead. He realises that Michael's back from the dead, and he goes to sort him out, essentially. Thoughts on his character overhaul, and Stephen Ogg, who's now despised the character. But yeah, Trevor. Trevor, your thoughts on Trevor?
Well, actually, Stephen Ogg now is actually going to a convention, I think, with the two GTA characters, I think this month or next month.
Oh.
It's the first thing he's done in in a good few years, GTA-wise. So people might think he's starting. I think he's doing one later in the year, like going to a convention with them too.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the GTA theme. So I think or which interviews he did, he always said, he was just a card playing a character, a fake character, a cartoon type thing. He never really understood gaming, how big the game was. So, but he didn't want to be known as Trevor, as in like the violence and everything. He wanted to be known for Stephen Ogg for the work he does. But I think if you look at the work he has done, it's probably the biggest thing he's ever done. I mean, he did The Walking Dead. That was pretty good. But Walking Dead had a quite niche fan base, whereas GTA has a broad spectrum of people playing it who are like love to play it, just play it, or people who loved the series. So I think he probably was the best person to play that type of character.
Yeah, so that's Stephen Ogg as an actor. I think you kind of could say he got the role from the GTA as well. He could, I don't want to slag him off too much. I think he's a quite good actor, really. But Trevor, the character, your thoughts on him, and did they do a good job of having a character like that?
It's like, is it yin and yang? You have to have one extreme, one another extreme. So, like, you've got some psycho madman, and then someone who's like more like Michael, more sort of calm.
Yeah.
That dynamic was always good for like comedy and good stories. So, but he was a crazy guy, but he was very loyal. So
Yeah.
he was loyal to Michael, and everything with the tattoo on his arm.
Yeah.
That was like his RIP thing, and even after he found out about Brad, who was one of the members in their sort of group who he thought was in prison, in fact, was shot, so Michael could escape the crime life he was in at the time. But he still forgave him, and he was loyal to him at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, he must have felt hurt by the fact that he realised that Michael was alive. Which is one of
And they all lied about Brad being he thought was who was in the prison. Turned out he was dead, and he flew to Northampton to find out if it was true.
Yeah, I think in terms of characters, I think he's my favourite. I think there's something about Trevor that I think, obviously, he's fucking insane. Really, let's be real with that. But he has like this sort of warmth in the fact that he cares about people. He cares about the people he needs or wants to care about. People he doesn't care about necessarily. He doesn't show it in the best way. But I think overall he's, in my opinion, the best character, just because of, I think, the scenes he has, the lines, the cutscenes, the trajectory he went on.
Well, not only that, the side missions he had. So if you look at all the characters' side missions they have, he had the most crazy ones. So he had an old couple. He had to get pictures for them, and they kidnapped a celebrity, and then he had like those called the rampages, where you go around and you go mental for like 2 minutes. Some of the hipsters and the army, and they met the guy who sells the drugs, and he sort of tripped out on drugs and stuff. And there's another lady, like a lady on a bicycle. He sort of punched. There was a cutscene where she was talking to must have been a boyfriend. He jumped in, punched him, and picked her up and said, "Oh, I love you."
Yeah, I know. He's a good old character. Good egg. Is he? I don't know. But
in the law's eyes, he's not. He's awful.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to the third of the trio of Mesh, of Franklin, who comes in a bit of a different angle. He's working for Lamar. He's working for Simeon.
That's Simon. That's Simon.
Yeah, it's almost like a battle of egos in a way between Lamar and Franklin at times.
Well, I think you look at it. Lamar thought Franklin got all the lucky breaks that he was never given, especially with Michael and Trevor. And there were certain points where he'd mention it about, sort of like Franklin sort of leaving him behind for these two. Got a bit betrayed, a bit sort of hurt by it. But I think he was just starting out in that gang criminal, like doing the gang stuff was like mediocre. When you're doing big crimes, big heists, and things like that, getting involved with the government. That's basically Michael was like his mentor, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was thinking that Michael's a bit of a mentor. He's not got an amazing home life, when he goes back to start off, where he goes back to. So again, like we discussed with Trevor and Michael, his overall character. What do you think of his character?
I think the three were probably the most bit more bland, I'd say, because it's a pretty common character, like someone from like the tough streets, trying to make it big. It's a pretty common character in most games. Whereas those other two characters are got more complexity to them. They're more unique characters we've not seen in games before. But at the three, he's probably the most boring one in a nice way. It's just
he's basic.
Not a character I want to play as much, really. I always play like Michael or Trevor because they've got more better ability.
Yeah,
so.
Better ability. I think Franklin's again. They're all unique in different ways, but I think Franklin is the one that you least cling to as the other two. I think the other two are more complex. I think Franklin is more straight up. You kind of know what he's doing. You know what he's getting at most of the time. I think he's got an interesting background, interesting life. He's the one that has more to offer with the group, essentially, because he's quite new, he's quite young, he's come up and coming. The two you'd call as kind of over the hill, kind of done with that life. Now living off that luxury or low, you might say, with Trevor. He's in a mix with that. He's kind of like the middle character between both of them. He's like the middle man. But yeah, I think the relationship between all three of them is quite unique, and I think Franklin helps that in a way because he sees Mike as like a father figure that he never had.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because I think at the start of the campaign, he lived with his auntie. His auntie kicked him out, and then you got given that big house in the hills, didn't he?
Yeah.
From Leicester. There you go. It's good.
Segue. Yeah, good segue to Leicester.
Yeah.
Not to be just mixed up with the football team. Leicester, the character, one of the most odd characters in this game, just because he's just such an odd ball. You got Trevor, he's crazy, while Leicester's just a bit weird. But yeah, creepy guy. Your overall thoughts on Leicester?
Or
the character, not the football team. Shit.
Yeah, it's another podcast episode.
Yeah, shut up, Van Man. You're racist twat. Anyway, move on.
I think Leicester, the character, Leicester Crest, I think he's a bit of an oddball, and he's quite a clever, intelligent man.
Yeah.
There's a bitterness in him about sort of governments and lots of conspiracy theories and those type things. He's a bit of a creep, isn't he? Like, apparently he's done things like, like spying on women or arranging dates. Apparently he made with a woman never turned up. George stared at her from a distance. So, but a very clever man, and also he's the main guy of all. Puts all the heists together and
gets it going.
Is the middleman. Get everything sorted.
The organizer, the planner, the chairman, the authorizer. He's just. I don't know. I think obviously you see him a lot in online. I think he's the main guy out of everyone, in my opinion, because obviously you get fucking tormented by him every time you go in. As well, you get calls, heists and all sorts.
I don't. You do.
I do.
You're not done the missions as a heist leader.
But yeah, Leicester is just LLL, Triple L. He is. I don't know. I think he's my least favourite in terms of a character. Yeah, there's something about him that I'm not clinging to. I don't like the weirdos because it represents me. I don't like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know about Leicester. I don't think he's the one that's not really got an arc.
He's quite essential to the story. So
yeah,
if you look about the story is about them doing the big one, which is the bank heist they did right at the end. So they're working their way towards it, and he was sort of the middleman of getting all the heists and everything put together, and being sort of like the calm, like the common sense. So it's a couple of times where Trevor Michael may go off the rails and things. He's sort of the person to sort of like calm the position down and do the right decision for the group, not just make extreme decisions. So there's one mission where I think Trevor stole, was it some kind of nuclear warhead thing? He had to take to the Chinese, and he sort of turned up in his hospital gear during hospital time.
Yeah.
And he was sort of saying, you can't put the thing back because if you sell that, you're going to be on every hit list into the rest of your life. So
yeah, I'm going to pause for a second because I want to check one, if we're recording, and also we are recording. Fucking hell! Like, we're 20 minutes in.
What?
20 minutes in. We enjoy GTA 5.
Yeah, I do indeed.
Let's move on to the last character we're going to talk about, which is Lamar.
Oh.
Let's talk about him. Your thoughts on him? So, it doesn't sound great by the sound of that.
No, for me, it's just a bit boring. I don't really get the phrase. The only good thing he did was the rude word scene.
Yeah, the rude word scene.
Yeah, so I'm not going to repeat.
No.
But,
the most memed scene out of GTA, probably.
Yeah. So apparently, I think the original one was that option C would have been Lamar would kill Franklin, or Lamar would be involved. Right. Yeah, but apparently the actor said that he couldn't commit to that part of the development. He was busy with other personal things, so he couldn't do that. So they changed it and put C as 7 both. If I'm being honest with you, I probably would have killed Franklin out of the 3. That was the thing. He was probably to kill Franklin. But I think Franklin Noir is more like he likes doing things on his own way. he never gets involved in that type of thing that Franklin does. He just does his own thing.
Yeah.
But I think he just wants, to be known for something, not to be part of something. So
yeah. I think he's the most this is probably going to be the last thing we talk about Lamar. He's the most forgettable out of all of them, I'd say.
Probably, yeah. If you put him in the list, you probably put him last, just because you don't really see much in the game. Only as Franklin you see.
Yeah.
But in the story, you only do a couple of missions with all three of them. He's in one mission, you see him, but he does a couple of missions on his own. I don't know. He was with Trevor in one mission actually.
Yeah.
Trevor and Lamar got a bit of a bond, a little bit friendship, because when he was doing missions with Franklin, Trevor together, and they sort of got a bit of a friendship going. And actually, Trevor was telling Franklin to be loyal to Lamar, because Franklin was saying, can't roll with him now. Got to do big jobs, big timers. But Trevor's like, no, stick with him. Be loyal, You start off with him. Don't ditch him. That's not how it works.
Again, showing the loyal side to Trevor.
Yeah, he's got his enemies, but people that he's loyal to and likes, he'll take a bullet for.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to move on. Oh, sorry, do you want to have any finished touches?
I was just going to say, it can be quite emotional to think about it. Think about him being, even though he's a bit of a psycho, he hates Michael, but you can tell deep down there's a brotherhood there.
Yeah, of course you can't do that line for crime for so long and not have that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we're going to move on now to the story of GTA 5. I would like to make a confession that I have never finished the GTA story, despite playing it on 3 different consoles.
I finished it on 360, PS3, Xbox One, PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and that's multiple times as well on consoles. So.
The story though, Jack, you're the man to talk about it. Obviously, I can't really say much about the ending. We won't go into the details of what happens in the story because you fucking should know by now. I don't. Let's talk about the story. What is your honest thoughts about the GTA story?
I think this was the first GTA with more than one character. The 3 characters, so a lot of people could be intrigued about how it was going to work, how it would flow. I think the story is quite... It's basically 3 dysfunctionals work together and complete big missions and things like that, where it's quite a good story in that sense. I think the missions they're quite good, and the story at the time when the game came out was quite a long story. I think it was 50-60 hours.
Yeah, probably I didn't finish it.
But the good thing about those stories are they're consistent. They never fall off. So everything kind of sort of leads towards this big thing. But what I liked about it is you can have multiple stories going at the same time. It's kind of it flows nice, like watching a TV series kind of thing. I think you can even know when to sort of change characters for certain missions. So right, I could play as Michael and I need to go to Trevor to do this part of the story or do this part. I think the story's pretty... towards the end it's a bit sort of predictable where the 3 sort of kill the bad guys, the enemies they've made, and then live happy ever after. Which most games now have that kind of ending now, don't they, really? I think if the original plan would have been to kill, one of them had to die, that would have been quite an interesting thing. But a lot of people just kept all 3 of them alive, kept them both alive.
Yeah.
People doing kill Michael, kill Trevor. But I think the story was written well. It was a good story length. It wasn't too long, but it was just the right length for a story, because you can get zoned out, can't you? If the story's not good, you get bored of it. But because the story was written so good,
I think that's when you look at other Rockstar games. You look at Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, you'll know it because you played that as well. But it starts extremely slow to the cruciating end. Whereas I feel like GTA 5 has a good mix of that. It's quite a quick start.
I think the start was a little bit slow, in my view.
Really?
So you start obviously with the flashback to when it's Trevor, Michael, Brad in Ludendorff. They're doing that bank heist, and it all goes wrong where Michael paid off one of the coppers.
Yeah.
to shoot Brad so he could escape that life crime, and he would take all the glory. They sort of killed one of the criminals. I think then when you get into the first mission you're playing as, then you get introduced to Franklin and Lamar. And you steal those cars, don't you? And you live with the cars soon. There's a couple of, I wouldn't say boring missions, but a little bit, ugh. It's only when you finally meet Michael and he pulls it down that house, doesn't he? With that pickup truck, and you've got to try and figure out to pay off the damage for that criminal, Martin Madrazo. And obviously he said no. He only knows one person, that was Lester, to get back into that life of crime to make up for the fund he's got to pay for. From then that point, I think it then gets a lot more fast paced. Yeah, you do the heist, and instead of the heist, you meet Trevor. Then boom, all three characters are now together. But the first sort of part for me was dragged a little bit, where you just sort of doing like, what's the boring mission, but kind of like stealing a couple of cars, stealing a bike. And you have to sort of want to get into that good part of the story, but I suppose you need a bit of a slow start to get into the good part. You don't want to go 100 miles an hour at the start, and it burns out towards the end. You'd rather sort of start and then go rest of the story would be fast paced and good. It was.
Yeah, of course. I agree. I mean, obviously, I didn't finish it, but I do think the bits I played, the bits that I enjoyed, they're mostly there. I mean, like the story itself is quite a good story. There's good moments in it all. I think overall it's a good, compelling story throughout. Hi guys, this is Editing Billy here. As I was editing this podcast, something weird was happening, and I've been cutting some weird things, and a bit in the chunk just sort of stopped, just didn't appear. So I am now doing this now. Just say we are now going to go on to our online portion. We're going to talk about GTA Online, experiences with that game mode, and how we feel about it. I'd also take this little interlude to say thank you so much. If you have decided to follow us on Spotify or subscribe to the YouTube channel, please do continue to support this channel and support the Spotify account as well. There'll be much more content on the way. But enjoy the special online version of this. I'd say online as a whole
16
is what we spent. Well, that's what I spent the most time on GTA on. I know
mine's probably. If I had to probably say, I'd probably say 60-40, 60 sorry by 40% online.
Well, I'm the opposite. Literally, every time I went on GTA, it was for online. Wasn't for anything else. I think online it was a very, very good online. I think it's a good online to begin with. It got shitty towards, I'd say, the last year and a bit, maybe 2.
3.
With all the, they added the fucking flying things. And shit like that. And also, for some reason, the last definitely 2 years, they remove a lot of random stuff. They go from remove, because we love the mode slasher, and they just love removing it and adding it back sometimes, and they're removing it. It's really weird how Rockstar just decides to do it. It must be that it isn't played much. Like the slasher, like that sort of mode, they look at it and go.
I think they removed it to put new things in. I think that's what they said. They were going to take out old stuff, and then. But I think they said it would come back. Like it would come for certain events. At certain point, it would come back. So, but most times we play it, we never see it there.
Yeah. I mean, that's me. Slasher is one of my favourite modes online. The heist.
Racing.
The heist was good. Racing. I'm fucking shit at it. All the time. Love a DNF. But yeah, I think the creativity of some of the people that make the races are quite cool as well. They can make some phenomenal races. They can be the best. And I think it's a good online. It could be better, which is what I'm gonna hope for in GTA 6. I think
online is. I think it's still thriving. It started off good. Then obviously when the economy in the game got out of proportion, with 4 million for a flying car, where the DLCs they released, the money you'd make from those missions and heists would be like peanuts.
Yeah.
You have to sweat the game out, but it was designed for you to keep playing the game over and over and over again, which I did. And then, or cheat it and just buy shark cards.
Yeah.
Which killed the game.
It did. Yeah, it did. But I just hope and pray that GTA 6 has a deep online mode. What are your thoughts on that?
For GTA 6 online.
A deep online, yeah.
I think I wouldn't mind it being like it is in GTA 5. So to look at GTA 4's multiplayer, that was kind of like different. You never had a character. You kind of just given a character and you did like gang missions and like cops and crooks type thing. I think GTA 5 was going to be like cops and crooks. So you could be a criminal or a cop and you pick territories and stuff. I think it changed to what it is now. I like that kind of start from level 0 and work your way up to things.
Yeah.
But I think if you look at the map of GTA 6, I think it could perhaps be quite large, twice as big as GTA 5. There's going to be a lot more to do online, which would be good because sometimes you do feel like there's not a lot to do online now.
Yeah.
Because it's like over and over and over again. So, but also the DLCs now are starting to die down. Like the last 2.5, 3 years, the DLCs have been less twice a year now. One in the summer, one in Christmas, which is pretty normal. And they're getting smaller and smaller each year with like smaller missions. They're not the big grand businesses anymore.
Yeah.
Like the crate businesses and the biker businesses. That's all there now. Because there's so much you can do, isn't there? Really?
Yeah. Exactly. I think it started off well. It's gone downhill. We don't play it that often. We do, we do go on when there's an update coming on. Any thoughts on that?
The 7th of March, there's the new heist coming out, which I know what it is about. It's a clock and bell heist where you work with a dirty cop and you basically rob stuff.
Do you think it'll be a success?
Depends
what you class as a success, I suppose.
Probably an average.
Is it enough to bring people back if they're out of it?
I think people probably maybe a little bit, but I think most people, if you're like Die Hard, you play every day and you play every day. But some people probably come back, play it for a week, then just go away again.
Kind of like what I do, really.
Literally, we did. Well, I bought that car thing, didn't I?
Yeah, a few months ago, I think.
Bought that for Christmas. I bought that car business. You play it for like a couple of weeks, then I'm not doing it.
I've got an entire car garage I don't use.
No, you bought by accident. That like thing you bought, remember?
I didn't buy it by accident. I put it for real.
Yeah, in real life. Yeah,
I wish.
Yeah, you bought a thing. Yeah, but you can't, did you?
Yeah, I just didn't really do anything with it. And I've took all of them out now and put them back. So yeah, I think that brings us nicely to a nice crescendo of your overall thoughts on the GTA 5 experience from top to bottom, from the story, characters to online. Is it an all-timer? Or just overall your thoughts on the game?
I think it's at the moment it'll be an all-timer. I think the story, if you're rating on like a 10 out of 10 scale for each thing, probably I'd say story 9. This was quite a good story. If it's got good replayability, which people do, it's got a bigger story. People do it with like challenges, like speedrun, to try and complete the story mode. Yeah, or you go back and play things. But the good about the story, they've got multiple choice in this story, so you can do it one way and then go back and then do it a completely different way. To experience different things I've done a few times. The characters they're good characters. The characters are quite in depth. You know a lot about them. They're intriguing. They're interesting. They're funny. Makes you actually care about the characters in a strange way.
Yeah,
that's good.
You want to care about the characters because that's the whole point of the game, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's you're going to be seeing the entirety of the game.
Exactly. I think online was quite sort of revolutionary, I suppose.
For a GTA game, yeah.
Even in general, because by 2013, wasn't really many multiplayer games that had that kind of freedom aspect, really, that kind of blew up, like GTA did. So I think that's probably good. Nowadays, it's probably sort of dying down. I wouldn't say it's dying down, but it's on a steady sort of climb now.
Yeah, steady decline, ready for GTA 6.
Yeah, and I think, I think overall, I'd say it's probably a 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah, I think
every game's got the negative point, but that's mostly players, not the game itself.
Yeah,
but every game has that.
I think it's a classic. I think it doesn't get played as much now, but it's 10 years old. Like, what do you expect?
11.
Another way of putting it is like the fact it's lasted that long, and people are still enjoying it now.
What games can you say that last that long that you can play now?
Yeah,
that old. Not many.
No, not at all.
Maybe like Minecraft, and that's about it.
Yeah, true, and that changes every now and then, doesn't it? But yeah, so after that, GTA 5. What do you want to see in GTA 6? What do you want to see upgraded from that to GTA 6?
I want to see. I think this is what we're going to see. We're going to see better graphics.
Yeah, that's
I think it's going to be a larger map, a lot bigger. Should be quite good.
It has to be a good, like, a level amount of open worldness to it as well.
Yeah, so explore it. So you could any building you can go into. There's no like restrictions on things where you can move to any building, any house, or something, and see something in there. Make it more real life.
Every building has a reason.
Because GTA 5 was a good map, but it felt empty.
Yeah.
Really. Which felt a bit of a shame. Once you'd done the game, it felt just an empty
world.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully with GTA 6, they could sort of make it a bit different. Also, I think add to the story. Because I think originally GTA 5 was going to get story mode, because online was so successful, they canned the story mode for GTA 5.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff in GTA 5 story mode deals that was canned was put into online. If you played it online. So I hope that they add stuff to GTA 6 story mode as well. It's going to be quite nice. Amount of money they can, I'm sure they can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This game's going to think 6 will just be like unbelievable amounts of money its first day.
I think it'll be another 10-year thing as well. It will last a long time.
Yeah, I think games in general now need that time to develop, because they even said they want to make this perfect, not one mistake. Yeah. I mean, you rather take the time polishing the game, making it great. You think, well, this is worth a 10-year wait. You don't want to go 10 years for this. It's underwhelming.
Because I think GTA, and I know it might have gone a bit too far, and it's quite funny how we're saying like a lot of things happened before GTA 6. That's the meme going on now, isn't it? But I would quite like sports games, and I'm going to come to wrestling games, to have a similar model. I would love it if 2K, for example, would have like a 2-year gap. So they released this game and didn't release another one until 2026. But they put their heart and soul into making an unbelievable game that no one can criticise. It has every mode that you would want in it, so that it could last another 3 before they have to do the same thing.
Yeah, because it makes you feel like you always feel like I'm rushing the game. I've got to get things done in a year, because otherwise, come March this year, it'll be gone. So you always feel like you're rushing to get things done.
And also, I also think the development of it as well. I think I'm not going to jump to conclusions, but I think GTA 6 has the ability to be the best game of all time, and that's the reason, because of it being 10. How many years in development. Sports games could have that same feel about it. They don't have enough development time to make anything ridiculously better, which is why you see. I'm going to spoil it for you now. You don't care because it's not a mode you play. Universe mode is exactly the same as last year. Career mode in FIFA and EAFC is exactly the same as last year. They don't have enough time to develop the game mode properly to the way the players want, because they have a year cycle. It'd be so much better if they have a 2-year cycle.
I agree. I think GTA, when they do a new game, they start from scratch. They build it from the start to finish. They're not going to import 5 and upgrade it to 6. They'll start from scratch, really. Whereas 2K and FIFA will just import this year's one into next year's one and just improve it a little bit. Still got the same aspects. So really, the graphics are all the same every year. I mean, 2K24 looks a bit good on PS5.
Yeah.
But it's still got the same modes in there. There's nothing really intriguing or new about it. Having said that, this year's 2K is looking quite good, but that's another topic.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in next week's episode. We should be able to do a review of that. We'll see. I think we'll be able to do it.
Combine both 2K and FIFA.
Yeah, we'll do that. So, hang on, I'm going to pause it again.
Any quiz?
Okay, guys, we're now going to that portion of the podcast that we love to do. It's a 15-question quiz. This time, it's specifically on GTA 5, and I'm being quizzed. Jack is the man in the chair. He's going to ask me these questions. We have a league table, and at the moment, Jack is the only one that is technically on the table. He's going to get put through it. He's got 6 points. He's not going to be able to advance on that today. He'll get that chance next week when we get a little moving again. I've had myself onto the table, and we'll see if I might get some points or not. It'd be funny if I end up winning the fucking league table as the host. But yeah, so we're going to do a GTA quiz because it's simple. And the reason I'm getting quiz is because I am somewhat of a novice. I'm not somewhat of a knob as well. But Jack is the more renowned player of GTA 5. He knows it in and out. He probably knows everything that is going to get asked. So it'd be a bit silly to do this, and a bit of an advantage on Joseph Martinez when he is back in the quiz chair. So 15 questions. What you got for me, champion?
Right. Ready?
Indeed. I'm doing it on my phone, by the way.
Which company is the publisher of Grand Theft? Do you want A, B, and C, and D, or because that's what it gives me, or do you want just do you guess what it is?
Go on your what would you, if you think is a hard question, do a multiple choice. If not, don't worry.
Which company is the publisher of Grand Theft Auto 5? Rockstar North, Rockstar Games, EA Games, Blizzard.
Okay.
What year was the game released?
Yep.
What is the name of this character? So he's got glasses, he wears a green shirt. One of the main characters. Lamar Davis, Lester Crest, Dave Norton, Ron Jakowski. Which one wears glasses?
It's got to be this guy, but it could be someone at the... Yeah, it's got to be, sure. Okay.
With what character do you start the game? Trevor, Michael, Franklin.
Oh. Tricky, but I'm going to go with this one just because technically... Okay.
What is the name of the item which changes us into an animal? Weed, Beast, Braddock, Peyote.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah.
What was Trevor doing in the past? Was he a policeman? Was he a military pilot, a soldier, or was he a doctor? I'm going to play along with you, but see what we get at the end.
I think it's that. I could be wrong.
Which radio station is not available in GTA 5? Space 103.2, West Coast Classics, Rebel Radio, The Vibe 98.8.
I think it's that. Okay, yeah.
What is the name of Michael's therapist? Steve Haynes, Isaiah Freelander, Christopher Marge, Isaac Penny.
Oh, I think it's this guy. Autocorrect's doing me fucking wonders here. No.
What is the maximum garage/parking space capacity of Trevor's trailer? 1 vehicle, 2 vehicles, 3 vehicles, 4 vehicles.
Yeah.
Which feature, outdoor activity, was introduced in GTA 5? Hunting, gym, golf, darts.
Outdoor activity.
Hunting, gym, golf, darts.
That one. Yeah.
Who is the oldest? Michael, Franklin, or Trevor?
Yeah.
What is Trevor's nationality? Australian, Canadian, American, Russian.
Yeah.
Which of the following gangs do not exist in GTA 5? Diaz Gang, Kang's Gapi, Los Santos Triads, The Families.
Can you say them again?
The Diaz Gang, the Canopies, the Los Santos Triads.
Yeah.
1 second.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which On which of the following platforms GTA 5 was not released? The 360, the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 2, Xbox One.
Yeah.
There you go. And the final one. What is Trevor scared of? He's not scared of anything. Clowns, girls, goats.
I'll go with that. He's not scared of.
Okay, so gotta wait 30 seconds before I get the answers.
Okay.
I've got a clip adverts and you'll edit that bit out maybe. So how do you think you did?
Better than I thought I would.
There weren't difficult questions, but there's some there you.
There's some that I'm gonna maybe do a thing on. For every right answer, I'll put just like a mark on these because it's like I'm trying not to get the answers, but it's like a. I've got two different note things. I've got one for these GTA quiz answers, and I've got one for the league table.
Right.
So I can't add my points on yet, so I'll just do
that. But email the results. Enter your email to view your results. There we go. You ready?
Yeah.
So number 1 was Rockstar Games.
Yeah. Should I answer?
Okay. Then.
And then you say correct or incorrect.
Okay.
So number 2. I've gone with 2013.
Correct.
Cool.
Number 3, what was the name of this character that I said about?
Lester.
Correct. What's the character you start with in the game?
I've gone with Franklin. Bollocks! I put it as a trick question because you actually play with Franklin. Oh no, you don't! Oh, fucking idiot!
Start Ludendorff with players Michael in the bot in the.
Dickhead, of course you do. I've just forgot about the entire bit. I think that I've had to do about 500 times when I go online.
Yeah. What is the name of the item which changes us into an animal?
Peyote.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Yes. See, I was like, is it the Beast? Is it Beast? And I was like, I think I was like, I recognise that name.
What was Trevor doing in the past?
Military pilot.
Oh my god, how do you know this stuff?
Yes, because I just like he knows how to fly.
This one you won't get. What radio station is not available in GTA 5?
Rebel Radio.
No, it's the Vibe 98. What's the name of Michael's therapist?
Chris.
No, Isaiah Freelander. What's the maximum garage capacity in Trevor's trailer?
2.
Correct. I got that one. Which feature Albert Duty was first introduced in GTA 5?
Golf.
Hunting.
Bollocks! Hunting? I've never done hunting in my life.
Because GTA 4 had golf in it. GTA 5.
Ah, I see.
Who's the oldest?
Michael.
Correct.
Yes.
What's Trevor's nationality?
I've gone Canadian.
For God's sake, yes he is. This one I didn't know. The following gangs do not exist in GTA 5. Which did you put?
The Canopies?
No, I put that as well, but it's the Diaz gang.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't recall that name.
Okay.
What was the first console? What was the console was Trevor not released on?
PlayStation 2.
Correct. And what was Trevor Trevor scared of?
Goats.
Clouds was the answer.
But
What did you get?
okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9! I got 9!
I got 11 on that quiz, so I beat you still, the quiz, but
Well done.
in league table terms, you're now top
I'm
of the
now
league.
in the lead. 9 points. Jack's on 6. Joe is yet to play. Well, he technically did play the first one, but we started this afterwards. So it's like I've just completely rewritten history for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, that brings to quite an interesting podcast today. It's been all on one topic. We might start doing these more because it's a good way to organise this podcast. Because last week was a fucking ramble, just a rambleness of randomness. That was a fucking tongue twister. So one, every week we may come up with one specific thing we're going to talk about. So this week was GTA 5. Next week will be 2K24, a review of the game. I'll be able to talk about it maybe slightly more, but Jack will have a good insight on just straight up getting it. So yeah, we'll be doing it every week. And don't forget to tune in on Tuesdays, where I'll be bringing you a 20-minute mini episode of just talking about randomness. And next week will be all about PES and eFootball. I've said Jack in an absolute mental wellness. He's gone. He's absolutely gone. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please like the video. Please smash it if you do. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to subscribe on our Spotify account. Our channel will be there. Thank you so much. And until then, ciao!